For years, Lionel Messi was the undisputed king of football, a magician with the ball, a record-breaking goal scorer, and the heart of Barcelona's golden era. 8 Ballon d'Ors, 4 Champions Leagues, and a staggering 672 goals for a single club. Yet, despite all his brilliance, one shadow loomed large over his legacy: his failure to win a major international trophy with Argentina. Critics whispered, fans debated, and Messi himself carried the weight of a nation's expectations. By 2016, after 3 consecutive final losses, he was ready to walk away from the Albiceleste forever. But then, from the shadows, emerged an unlikely hero, a man with no senior managerial experience, a quiet demeanor, and a tracksuit-filled closet. His name? Lionel Scaloni. This is the story of the unknown manager who saved Lionel Messi's Argentina legacy. The weight of expectation. To understand the magnitude of Scaloni's impact, we must first revisit the heartbreak that defined Messi's international career. Born in Rosario, Argentina in 1987, Lionel Andres Messi was a prodigy from the start. At just 13, he left his homeland for Barcelona's La Masia Academy, where his family sought treatment for his growth hormone deficiency. His dazzling dribbles, pinpoint passes, and uncanny goal-scoring ability soon made him a global icon. But while Messi conquered Europe, Argentina remained a different story. From his senior debut in 2005, Messi was hailed as the heir to Diego Maradona, the legend who led Argentina to World Cup glory in 1986. Yet, the pressure to replicate Maradona's heroics was crushing. By 2014, Messi had carried an underperforming Argentina to the World Cup final, only to lose 1-0 to Germany. In 2015 and 2016, he reached the Copa America finals, but both times, Chile triumphed on penalty. The 2016 Copa America Centenarial final was the breaking point. Messi, who missed his penalty in the shootout, stood motionless as Chile celebrated. In a tearful interview, he announced his retirement from international football, saying, "It's over. I am done with this team." Argentina's 23-year trophy drought had become Messi's personal burden. The nation was divided. Some fans begged Messi to stay, chanting, "No te vayas, Leo! No te vayas, Leo!" Others, including older supporters, argued that a player who couldn't deliver a trophy didn't deserve such reverence. Political talk shows in Buenos Aires debated Messi's loyalty, noting his upbringing in Barcelona and his shy demeanor. Argentina's football federation, plagued by mismanagement, seemed incapable of building a team around its greatest star. Enter Lionel Scaloni, a man few had heard of, tasked with an impossible mission, the unlikely appointment. Narrator. In 2018, the Argentine Football Association, AFA, was in chaos. After a disappointing 2018 World Cup, where Argentina scraped through the group stage only to be knocked out by France, manager Jorge Sampaoli was sacked. The AFA needed a new leader, but their choice shocked the footballing world. Lionel Scaloni, a 40-year-old former defender with no senior managerial experience, was appointed as interim coach for just 2 friendly matches. His resume? A modest playing career with clubs like Deportivo La Coruña and Lazio, a brief stint as an assistant coach under Sampaoli, and a role with Argentina's under-20 team. To many, Scaloni was a placeholder, a stopgap until a real manager could be found. Scaloni himself seemed overwhelmed by the opportunity. In an interview with Tick Sports, his voice cracked as he expressed gratitude for the chance to lead his country. "I'm emotional about getting this chance," he said. But in Argentina, where coaches are expected to be larger-than-life figures like Maradona or Angel Kappa, Scaloni's quiet humility raised eyebrows. Sports columnist Ezequiel Fernandez Moores noted the skepticism. Scaloni wasn't a legendary player, and he didn't have a glittering coaching CV. People wondered, who is this guy? Yet Scaloni had one advantage. He understood Messi. 17 years earlier, in 2005, a teenage Messi made his international debut against Hungary. Scaloni, then a teammate, defended the young star when he was sent off after just 2 minutes. Now, as coach, Scaloni saw a player burdened by expectations, but still capable of greatness. His first task: convince Messi to return from retirement. Building a team, not a star. Narrator. Scaloni's philosophy was simple, but revolutionary for Argentina. Build a team, not a collection of superstars. Previous coaches had relied heavily on Messi's individual brilliance, surrounding him with talented but disjointed players. Scaloni, however, prioritized unity. Even if you have the best, if it's not a team, it won't work, he told NPR in 2022. He wanted to foster a sense of belonging, a family-like bond that had been missing from the Albiceleste. To achieve this, Scaloni made bold decisions. He phased out aging stars like Gonzalo Higuain and introduced young talents like Angel Di Maria, Lautaro Martinez, and Rodrigo de Paul. He also leaned on players who shared Messi's hunger, like goalkeeper Emiliano Dibu Martinez, whose passion and penalty-saving heroics would later prove crucial. Scaloni's tactics were pragmatic, emphasizing defensive solidity and quick counterattacks to complement Messi's playmaking. Most importantly, he gave Messi freedom to roam, dropping deeper to orchestrate attacks rather than carrying the team alone. Messi, now in his early 30s, was no longer the electrifying dribbler of his youth. His athleticism had waned, but his footballing brain remained unmatched. Scaloni recognized this, adapting the team to Messi's evolving style. As journalist Juan Cardenas explained, great players like Messi have to change how they play in their later years. Scaloni built a system where Messi didn't need to take on 8 players anymore. He could be the conductor, not the soloist. The turning point. Copa America, 2021. Scaloni's vision began to take shape in 2019, when Argentina reached the Copa America semifinals, only to lose to Brazil. Though a defeat, it showed progress. The team was cohesive, and Messi looked reinvigorated. By 2021, the stage was set for a defining moment. The Copa America, held in Brazil amid the COVID-19 pandemic, was Messi's chance to end Argentina's 28-year trophy drought. Scaloni's team entered the tournament with cautious optimism, but few expected what was to come. Argentina started strongly, topping their group with wins over Chile, Uruguay, and Paraguay. In the quarterfinals, they dispatched Ecuador 3-0, with Messi scoring a stunning free kick. The semifinals pitted them against Colombia, a grueling match that ended in a penalty shootout. Dibu Martinez's heroics and Messi's composure secured their place in the final against Brazil, the defending champions and Argentina's fiercest rival. The final, played at the Maracana Stadium, was a clash of titans. Brazil, led by Neymar, was unbeaten in South America, a juggernaut that seemed destined to dominate. But Scaloni's Argentina was different. Before the match, Messi delivered an emotional locker room speech, later revealed in a Netflix documentary. "We built a beautiful team," he told his teammates. "I enjoyed it so much." That night, Argentina played with heart and discipline. In the 22nd minute, Angel Di Maria lashed onto a long ball and chipped Brazil's goalkeeper Ederson to score the only goal. When the final whistle blew, Messi fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. Argentina had won 1-0, and the trophy drought was over. Scaloni's impact was undeniable. His tactics neutralized Brazil's attack, and his faith in young players like De Paul and Martinez paid off. For Messi, the victory was redemption. He won the tournament's golden ball, scoring 4 goals and providing 5 assists. At 34, he had finally delivered for Argentina. The World Cup triumph. The 2021 Copa America was a milestone, but one prize remained: the World Cup. Qatar 2022 was Messi's 5th and likely final chance to emulate Maradona. Scaloni, now a permanent coach, approached the tournament with the same philosophy: teamwork, resilience, and trust in Messi. But the journey began with a shock. In their opening match, Argentina suffered a 2-1 upset loss to Saudi Arabia, one of the biggest in World Cup history. Fans despaired, and the ghosts of past failures resurfaced. Scaloni, however, remained calm. He rallied his players, emphasizing their unity. Argentina rebounded with a 2-1 win over Mexico, with Messi scoring a breathtaking long-range goal. A 2-hour victory against Poland secured their place in the knockout stages. In the round of 16, they edged past Australia 2-1, followed by a dramatic quarterfinal against the Netherlands, which Argentina won on penalties. The semifinals saw them dismantle Croatia 3-0, with Messi delivering a masterclass. The final against France on December 18, 2022, was a match for the ages. Messi opened the scoring with a penalty, and Di Maria added a second, giving Argentina a 2-0 lead. But France, led by Kylian Mbappe's hat-trick, fought back to force extra time. In the 108th minute, Messi scrambled home a goal to restore Argentina's lead, only for Mbappe to equalize again. The match went to penalties, where Dibu Martinez's saves and Gonzalo Montiel's decisive kick sealed a 4-2 victory. Messi lifted the World Cup trophy, draped in an emir's robe, as Argentina erupted in celebration. Scaloni's fingerprints were everywhere. His substitutions, like bringing on Montiel, were decisive. His team's resilience reflected his belief in collective strength. Messi, named the tournament's best player with 7 goals and 3 assists, had completed football. At 35, he had won every major trophy, silencing his critics forever. Scaloni's legacy. Narrator. Lionel Scaloni's journey from interim coach to World Cup winner is one of football's greatest underdog stories. In just 4 years, he transformed Argentina from a dysfunctional squad into a global powerhouse. After Qatar, he led them to victory in the 2022 Finalissima against Italy and the 2024 Copa America, cementing their dominance. His record speaks for itself: 3 major trophies, an unbeaten streak of 45 matches, and the adoration of a nation. Yet Scaloni remains humble. In interviews, he deflects praise to his players, especially Messi. This was about all of them, but it was about Messi, he said after the World Cup. His bond with Messi is unique, rooted in their shared history and mutual respect. Scaloni's faith in Messi, even when others doubted, allowed the maestro to shine in his twilight years. Narrator. For Messi, Scaloni was the architect of his redemption. Without Scaloni's vision, Messi might have retired in 2016, his legacy incomplete. Instead, he stands as the most decorated player in football history, with 45 team trophies and a World Cup to rival Maradona's. Scaloni's Argentina gave Messi what Barcelona never could, a team that carried him as much as he carried them. Narrator. As we look to the future, questions linger. Will Messi play in the 2026 World Cup? In a 2024 interview with Hindustan Times, he was unsure, saying, "I hope to have a good end of the season and then a good preseason." At 38, his body may not withstand another grueling campaign. Scaloni, too, faces challenges. Can he maintain Argentina's dominance without Messi? His contract runs until 2026, and fans hope he'll lead the next generation. But for now, their story is one of triumph. Scaloni, the unknown manager, and Messi, the eternal genius, rewrote Argentina's footballing history. Together, they proved that even the greatest players need a team and a coach who believes in them. Narrator. So, the next time you watch Messi weave his magic, remember the man behind the scenes, Lionel Scaloni, the quiet revolutionary who turned heartbreak into glory. This is the story of how an unlikely hero saved a legend's legacy and gave Argentina a reason to dream again. If you enjoyed this narration, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep loving the beautiful game.